Welcome to your ground. New voices amplified, and I am King Boaz. And like I always do, I roll with nothing else but royalty. If it's not a king, it's a queen. And I am glad today to tell you I have a queen in the building. Mamkandla, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's easy to say a queen in the building, but it's difficult to actually explain what you do because it's so much. So if you're given, let's say, just 30 seconds to say, just profile yourself, what would you say about yourself?
Well, I would say Blaq Diva Quin is my name, and I'm a multi-talented artist, and I do all forms of entertainment, so to say, well, mostly I would say, and I'm just a girl who's hard to explain in just one word or in one sentence. We gotta put commas and full stops and otherwise, however, in the conversation because I am one girl who does many things.
Yeah, awesome, 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 awesome. Yeah. So let's start from the beginning. Maybe if you can briefly break down your childhood and how it influenced your taste and or your direction towards art.
Okay, I grew up as a very quiet someone, right? But then there was just a whole lot of things that I used to think about, when I was young. But then because I was so quiet, I'm somebody who loves their own company, it was really hard to be out there about anything. But then what influenced me the most in terms of my career in entertainment is my sister. You know, she used to sing and dance as well when we were young, and I used to watch her yes and sing, write down songs. Um, and growing up, that really was like something that I always wanted, But then I was so involved in this bubble, right? That I couldn't express myself. I couldn't join anything. I couldn't compete. So I would say that's how my childhood was. I was somebody who felt as if there's more that I should be doing, but then I just can't get out of that skin that I was in and start doing what I wanted to do, you see. So I was just a loner when I was growing up.
All right. So what happened for you to say, I think I can sing, I think I can model, I think I can dance? At what point and you said, I think this is my thing. Let's get on and do this.
Well, the thing is, when I was alone, hey, I used to sing, I used to write songs, I used to write poems, I used to write a whole lot of things, me. But
Yeah.
then I just, with the stage that I decided to go out there and be me and do what I want to do, I remember I was in grade five, grade six, you know, and then it so happens that there was a party around the hood, and then I decided, I don't know, I don't know what happened that day, but then I decided, you know what? These girls that are performing or dancing at this party, they weren't doing really the it thing. And in my head, I knew that I could do something better, you know. So I went to the DJ. I'm like, can you play me this slider song, that I used to like back in the day? And then the guy played the song and I danced and everybody was wild. And from there, I never stopped. I never looked back. I just killed that bubble, you see.
All
And I'm
right.
still shy though, because
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm still shy right now, but it's hard to tell
Yeah.
because like I'm getting used to overcoming that fear and all that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will come back. So be thinking about that. I will come back to ask. Do you remember the first song that you wrote? And if you can, maybe just give us a snippet of that. But before that, before we get and break down all the things that you've done as an artist, you are
Mm-hmm.
a qualified GIS technician. How
Yeah.
does these two worlds merge, or how did you decide I'm going to be a technician and still try and do this art thing? Because most of the time, these are fields that are usually totally going in two different directions.
Well, thing is, I get that question quite a lot, from people.
Yeah.
But then I owe everything to my dad, you know. My father is very strict, but well, I don't know if I should call him strict, but then he's a bishop. I know what he expects of me and what he expects from me as his daughter. Like, so I know how much he values school. And as much as that, I've wanted to chase entertainment more than anything, more than school, more than just anything that I've gotten involved with. I always knew that I owed it to my dad to like make sure I stay in school, and also to myself, because you need an academic background to be relevant. You know, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for my academic background. You know, it helps you when you in the entertainment industry. So I've always known that whatever I do, school also comes first, you know. And my dad is very supportive with my music because he knows that I am also balancing it with school. Although sometimes it's kind of difficult, he knows that I'm not the type that gives up, you know. I always do school, I always do my entertainment work, and I make sure I balance it. And recently, like last year, November, I graduated with a diploma in geographic information science, and that's really something that's very complicated. It's a very complicated program, you know. It involves a lot of mathematics, a lot of science, a lot of geography, you see, numbers, you see. And I've always been a science person in mathematics in high school, and that was just me. And I enjoy it as well. So balancing the two is kind of hard, but I'm so used to it that I don't see it as a challenge anymore. And I am currently enrolling at Lupani State University, studying agriculture because I want to be a farmer and a businesswoman, you know. And I know you need the certificates for that, and you need to study the business, and that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Really, that's a huge profile, and that's going in many different directions. So are you looking forward to maybe using your information degree, your qualified jazz technician? Are you going to use that, or that is parked for now, you trying to do and push your art?
Honestly, I haven't really thought of it that way. Thing is, you know, with GIS, right? It's that program that supports a certain profession, you see. So I want to get my agriculture degree first, and then combine the two when I start my agriculture business, you see, because that's what the program is for. It's meant to support a certain field, you know. And I want to use mine to support agriculture. Most people tend to get a degree first, maybe get your agriculture degree, and then you get a diploma in GIS, you know. But then it so happened that I did it first, and now I'm chasing a degree in agriculture, you see. And those two I'm going to combine and get to work around them.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. Now let's get back to singing, modeling, dancing, and everything. First of all, do you remember the first thing that you wrote, first creative piece of thing that?
I think I do.
Yeah.
I think I do. But then it wasn't rap, because rap is something that developed along the way. But then I'm a singer, you know.
All right.
And I started writing songs when I was really young, you know, R&B singing.
All right. So what was the song about? What was the subject? What was the theme of the song?
It was a love song. Not that I was in love or anything, but I loved Beyonce so much that, you know, most of her songs like involved relationships and all that. And then, so I used to write along those lines. I really loved R&B, and R&B is like all matters of the heart usually, and that's why I wrote that song.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and then you won a dancing competition at some point. You won an award also as a musician. Where was this, and what was happening at this stage of your life?
Okay, I was 19, I think. Yeah, I was 19. So with dancing, I had always been dancing. I was performing at school, high school, throughout high school, and doing all those things, rapping, singing, dancing, whatnot. That's what I used to do during high school years. And
Yeah.
then soon after I left high school, I was part of a group called Wine Queens. It was a dance group. And we
Yeah.
had been dancing all around the city of Bulawayo, and we were getting a lot of attention, and a lot of criticism. I won't lie, but that was cool.
Yeah.
That comes with the entertainment.
Yeah.
So we were really pushing, and newspapers had us being talked about, all those things. And then it so happens that we got recognized in Harare as well, you
Yeah.
know, and got a nomination following our works and everything that we had been doing.
Yeah.
And that was really amazing. We won Best Dance Changamire 2018.
Ah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. And then when you decided to get into music, you worked with Legacy Empire. How was this like for you as a young artist who's working with an empire like Legacy Empire?
Legacy Empire was fun. It was fun. Thing is, I like to work under pressure, because I'm someone who works well under pressure. Like when I'm pushed to that limit, the best of me comes out.
All
And
right.
really, with the Legacy Empire, yeah, I got that amount of pressure. That's why most of the things that I was doing were really dope. Like, it was really that push that I really loved. It was nice. I could see the future. I could see what I wanted, for my career. Some of the things that I wanted for my career, I would say. So it was really time consuming as well, because it was affecting my school as well
Yeah.
and my dancing career as well. So it was like taking a lot of my time and energy. But it was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it, you see.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. All right, let's talk about the productions that you did as a musician under the Legacy Empire, which is, I suppose, that is the only music that has been put out until this stage. Yeah, let's talk about your first single, Pushango Solo. What was this about, and how was the reception? How was it received?
Okay, pushing a solo, right? I recorded that song. I wrote that song before Legacy Empire,
All right,
you know. Yes, but then I then got it released under the label. It's the song that made me get into the label,
all right,
after they listened to it. You see, um, it was like everybody keeps talking about sponsorship. Everybody is really trying to get somebody's attention, for them to invest in their music, for somebody to push them. You
yeah,
understand? And that
yeah,
and that at that time when I was doing that song, I was still with Wine Queens, and we were doing like everything for ourselves, the funding, everything. Like, we had no manager, we had nobody to push us, we had no investors, we had nothing, and everything
yeah,
came out of our pockets, our parents' pockets, and all that. And then what inspired me to write that song was the fact that, you know what, I am doing this solo, and I'm still gonna keep pushing solo until you see.
yeah,
And that's what really inspired the song. And then it was like my first rap song, and I was excited because like I was a singer, like I said, and a dancer. And then a friend of mine was like, I want us to do a hip hop song. She wasn't really a musician at the time, but she's like, I need us to work on a hip hop song with some show that I wanna go perform my song at. I need us to
yeah,
do the song. And then I'm like, I'm not a rapper, you see. And then she's like, it doesn't matter, we can learn as we go. Let's just go to the studio. And
yeah,
then we went to Excellence Music, you know.
yeah,
And then that's when we did our first song. And when I got there, it was all blunders, you know how it is first time. But then
yeah,
K Dollar he realized that I had potential, and then he's like, you should come again in the studio, and I try and help you to bring out the rap in you, right? And then we did that, and then I did that. I kept going to the studio, and he taught me how to rhyme, what really music is about, 8 bars, 808, whatever stuff, that I didn't have a clue at the time. And then eventually I decided to do that song, and I did it with him, and it really was a proper project, and I really loved it, and people received it so well when I released it under Legacy Empire, and yeah, that's really about the song.
Yeah, all right, nice. So can you give us maybe a verse from Pushing a Solo? If you can, if it's not too much.
Okay, maybe a chorus.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, still on the ground, my nigga, we pushing it solo. I see Lali Lama, we ain't play no more. Still on the ground, my nigga, we pushing it solo. Okay, that's just about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people can go out and check out this song. Yeah. I love Light It Up. Maybe if you can maybe tell us more about Light It Up, and then after that you can choose any other track of yours that you want to talk about before we move on.
Okay, light It Up. When I think of that song, like, it's one of the reasons why I love being a musician, With Light It Up, I didn't get to write anything, you see.
Yeah.
My manager takes me to the studio, plays a beat, like, go inside the booth and do your raps. And then I'm like, I didn't write, I didn't prepare for this. You understand?
Yeah.
And then he's like, you see it. And then I went into the studio, and then from nowhere, things that I've written before started coming to my head, because the pressure, my manager was really hardcore, I won't lie. So you wouldn't just act funny or just say you can't do something, you understand? You make sure to push you to that level, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Light It Up was a freestyle throughout, you understand? It's some of the raps that I've written, and some of the lines I was just putting it there, without like thinking. I was just freestyling some of the lines, and really that's what makes the song special, because I feel like I was not in my comfort zone, and I really appreciated that. It's like the in thing for me, It's like when I go on stage, I don't know what to expect, man. I just gotta go there and make sure the crowd listens to me, I need to create the mood for the crowd and all that. I love that pressure, that's what really makes me want to be a musician, being uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? So Light It Up was really a song that I did out of my comfort zone, and it came out well, and I loved it, and people loved it, and it's really special to me.
Awesome. Yeah. Any other song that you find maybe special? I know it's hard to say to a musician which song do you love the most. Maybe just one song that you like to talk about from the list of the songs that you have.
Okay, there's a song. It's called Crown Yangle. Yeah,
that's
song.
The one. Script Mula, is it?
Yeah, it's the one that I feature Script Mula in.
Yeah.
That song, at that time, I felt like I was really doing things, and my rap had improved and all of that, and I loved it. And then I was somehow claiming the crown, excuse me, I was claiming the crown, the hip hop crown, because I felt like I was really doing the most, and I'm really glad because I got a nomination after that for Best Female, and I also got Best Collaboration, nominee for the song as well. And that was really amazing. I could see how much success had come my way, how much I've been pushing, and it was really nice, Yeah, that's really about it.
Yeah, awesome. You've also won Best Freestyle Award. So it won't be fair if I let you go without doing a little bit of a freestyle here.
No, it wasn't an award, to correct you.
Sorry,
I didn't. It was a nomination, and it was like a hip hop battle,
yeah,
more than it was a freestyle.
all right,
You understand?
yeah,
Yeah. So that's what really the award, the nominee was about.
all right. So you've stayed on the hip hop track, but you're also a musician. What are the influences? Are there any, maybe what could be the reason why you decided, no, I'm going to do more of hip hop and not singing? Because you've been singing for longer than you've been rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with rap,
Yeah.
rap has got that thing that it brings out in me that
Yeah.
R&B doesn't really bring. I am a stage performer, and I'm
Yeah.
hardcore, to say. And when I'm performing, I bring out that energy. You get what I'm
All right.
saying?
Yeah.
And where I come from, Blawayo, like hip hop is the in thing, and I wanted to be relevant. I wanted to relate with people my age and the people that come to the gigs. You understand? And they were all served off by hip hop, and I wanted to make sure that I put myself in a position where I'll be appreciated. You understand? Because when everybody comes in on stage and they're all hip hop, everybody's just gangster, everybody's just there to kill it. You know what I'm saying? The energy is different. And then when you're getting there to sing, it's like, you weak in a way, you understand? But then I would say if it was all up to me, I would have done more of R&B than hip hop. But then because of the society that I come from, I had to focus more on rap. But then I started loving rap.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to ask me between rap and R&B, I wouldn't be able to choose, I would feel like I'm betraying myself. But then hip hop is doing the most for me, and I really now understand it. I appreciate it, and it's awesome. Yeah.
Nice. All right. I'm going to reserve this question about the new tracks that you're working on. Now we have to take a tangent, but we're still talking about art. You are part of Divas on Hustle,
Yeah.
which is a reality TV show that features some of great South African artists. I know Casper Nyovest is part of it. Is Makadzi. Yeah. So how did this come about, and what's happening on this platform, and what is your role on the Divas on Hustle?
Okay. Divas on Hustle, right? It's a female empowerment TV show, right?
Yes.
And sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. It's an empowerment TV reality show. So it features different business women, and myself included, who are also artists and musicians and doing all this sort of things. And they're startups mostly because I'm also starting my business in beauty, you see. So we had like interviews. I heard about it from a friend, and I went on to give it a roll, like to give it a try. And fortunately, I was accepted, and it is more of a competition between women, but it's also meant to empower. And how this South African artists feature is because there'll be guests on the TV reality shows, and they will be the ones who will be helping us try and build our image, our art, and also our businesses in general. So that's why it's a South African TV show. Yeah. And I'm currently in South Africa doing other things, and also my business. So that's how I became part of the show.
All right, nice. Maybe now if you can maybe just give us briefly more about the business side, because I know you're a hairdresser, you're a makeup artist, you do skilled nail technician, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember well, that's how you define it. You're a masseuse and all sorts of things. So how would you sell your business? What does your business focus on, and what is the vision?
Okay, the idea is to own a salon, right? Of which is something that's already on track. Probably end of this month. My
All right.
salon will be open. Yeah, thing is, I'm more of a businesswoman, right? But then I managed to get myself trained for the skills, beauty skills, which include manicure, pedicure, food care, makeup, and hair styling as well. So that when I open my business, I am quite aware of the things that are going to be taking place. You understand?
Okay.
But the idea of it all was to start a business and own a salon, that will provide the quality beauty stuff, artificial beauty stuff, and grow international as well. And that's what the idea was all about. So right now I am working towards opening the salon, and you'll probably see my post soon about it. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
All right. Nice. You are working on new music. I know the dates for the music are not yet out, but maybe if you can tell us on what energy, what type of themes are we looking forward to? And is there a timeline though? When exactly? In 3 months, in 6 months, or do you have a timeline on what you're giving? And are you giving us a single? Are you giving us an album?
Okay, music wise, I haven't like worked on a solo project for almost a year now.
All right.
And that's because I've been trying to find myself ever since I left the label, you see.
All right.
So now that I'm ready to start recording and releasing, and I've already recorded some of the tracks that I'm going to be releasing this year, I
All right.
wanted to wait until I get my salon out of the way. Then I can start to focus on my music solid, you know. And that's why I haven't really released a date specifically for when the songs will be released. But I'm excited to tell you that I worked on a track with Prince Mada,
Oh, nice.
the Harare Hoshi from
Yeah.
H-Town. And I was so excited working on this project, and I still am excited for releasing it because, like, Breeze, besides he being a musician, he's part of the people that I met when I was at Legacy Empire, and he's been like a mentor to me throughout this time, because we've kept on the like talking, and it's nice to work with him because he's been doing music for the longest of time, and he sure knows what's up. And the track really, it's nothing that's too out of
Come
what I
on,
normally do.
let us in
you
just
know.
a bit.
Oh, okay. This is my verse for the track. I'll do a little
Yeah.
bit. It goes
Yeah.
like, hey, you whooshy, you wanna test this cushy, I'm bougie and Lucy. Said you wanna hit it up with me, I'm the real deal. Said you wanna hit it up with me, I'm the real shit. Divas don't slip on the ground, that's just bullshit. In this cute dress, I'ma make it strong and humble. I'ma make it drip, drip, sweat to hot though.
Yeah.
That's like the verse for the song that we're gonna be doing. That's gonna be
Yeah.
released soon, and I'm really excited. It's nice. It's got that also it's also got that Jamaican vibe, buzzing dancehall vibe as
Yeah.
well as hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm
Awesome.
really excited, and there are a lot of tracks that I'm planning to release this year, and I'm gonna also be working on an EP.
Awesome. Awesome. Nice. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. We can't wait for the saloon. We can't wait for the Divas on Hustle. We can't wait for
Thank
the
you.
so let's all right, where do people get to be in touch with you? Anyone wants to check out your social media? Anyone wants to get in
Okay,
touch?
all my pages are Blaq Diva Quin, so you can get me on Instagram, on Twitter, on
Yeah.
Facebook, wherever, all the social media platforms I'm there, and my email is there also on one of the on all of the platforms in case somebody wants to work or to have a collaboration with me. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a great pleasure talking to you.
I just got one question though.
Yes.
Is it true that you're royalty?
Of course. How can I not be?
Okay.
I'm a-
Okay, I've just had to hear it from the horse's mouth.
yeah,
That's amazing.
will send you my blood samples.
Okay. Thank you for having me and thank you for your time as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was earGROUND and keep Boaz. I'm signing out. I was hosting none other than the Blaq Diva Quin herself.